Thank you, John. I am excited to talk to you today. We have been working on the program for the upcoming Data Summit, May 6th and 7th in Boston this
Mhm.
year, and it's very exciting. So I know that you, as chairman for the first time this year, have been speaking with the other keynote speakers, but I
Yeah,
wanted to take this opportunity to talk with you and get some feedback from you about what you're excited about the event and what you're working on these days. So let's start there. What
yeah,
are you working on that you're most excited about these days? And how will that apply to your keynote at the event?
sure. So, thank you. And let me just share. I think I'm excited about the event, especially on its own, because we've worked on a really good program. I think it's a really exciting program. I think the tracks are designed based on what we see in the industry, what the people are asking for, and there's a new leadership forum on data and AI dedicated to those questions. So I'm really excited about the program design by itself. So it's going to be an amazing event. Aside from that, what we work on, and is also related to my closing keynote on Thursday, is we just got the fresh results back from our AI readiness market survey. And we do this in partnership with DBTA and Unisphere Research. And with this, we have kind of the latest findings on the market survey that we run once a year. So this is like our third or fourth year here. We've shifted from data architecture trends to AI readiness because there's no doubt that how exciting that is. And it was a really carefully designed survey. We've got all the qualified respondents back, and my time is starting that analysis, starting to go through all of that data and giving kind of the freshest up-to-date information. It will be presented at the keynote at the conference for the first time. So that's very exciting to start diving in and seeing what people are saying about AI and data architecture and the relationships there and what's working and what's not. And it's you just get excited when you can get your hands on real market data.
Very exciting, and I'm sure that readiness is on the top of everyone's minds. I know that it will be a big topic of discussion at the event, but in your day-to-day life or offering some tip of wisdom at the moment, what can data teams do to stay on the leading edge of the AI movement as things are changing so fast? So, do you have any
Yeah.
words of wisdom that we can share before the event?
Um, yes, this is it comes up every week, almost every day in conversations with companies and peers and industry folks. The one tip is, there's no denying it. So you have to get hands-on today, right? It's get hands-on, start playing with AI, start thinking about how this can apply. Most of the conversations I have with companies are around shaping the mindset of AI. So the thing that we do focus on is there's a lot of noise, and the whole AI space we know is moving so incredibly fast. Don't try to keep up with it. The key here is going to be focus small, focus on what you can do, get your hands on with it, start playing, and you'll start to evolve into, okay, now we know what we're doing. Now we know how we can add value into the use cases. For those who are already in the pilot stages, they're looking at how do we take this to the next level. So a lot of the companies we work with are been hands-on for a while, but how do you take this into the production operations? So operational mindsets, frameworks that we have around that really help them go from pilot to production. Once again, it's an operationalizing mindset, and that's kind of the next step in their journey. So the real key thing is every company is asking about AI as part of their data strategy. So it's data and AI together. And there is the key components to focus on, the semantic layers, which we have a dedicated track just to semantic layers at the summit. So that's going to be exciting. But that's kind of our bridge. But yeah, definitely, if you're not already hands-on, get hands-on. If you're starting to and you feel overwhelmed, learn to filter out the noise, kind of stay focused on what you can deliver in value, and know that you have to change your operational mindset if you're already on that journey.
Great. Sounds like great advice to get started with, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that in all the sessions. I do know also that you mentioned the leadership forum, the Data
Mhm.
and AI Leadership Forum, to be specific. That's new this year, and I
Yes.
know that leadership needs to be aware of all of these things and how best to guide teams through
Yes.
all the noise. Can you share a little bit? You're moderating that
Yes.
forum. Can you
Yes.
share a little bit about what the executives attending can expect to experience within that forum?
Yeah, so this forum was really designed around in the sessions that we selected and moderating are for those in the leadership space and those who they're just as much in need for knowing what is the right direction, what should I watch for, what are mistakes. So we did pick certain sessions that are more case studies, more, hey, risk balance, more strategy oriented, and then geared towards here's what not to do, or here's what happened on our journey. So people can get a sense of understanding what they need to do to lead the AI and data initiatives at their company. Their teams will be in the other tracks, so that'll be great. They'll be getting all the hands-on information and details, but at the leadership level, you need to have this strategy of here's how we're going to go step by step. These are the risks, because people talk about risks at this level. They talk about the strategy, they talk about value, and definitely in the other tracks that there's some of that, that's where they overlap, but it's really about how to, and here it's how to lead. So we've tried to pick sessions that are people who've been on that journey sharing, experts in the space who are saying here's what we see, different frameworks, different strategy approaches. So it's new, like you said, that was something we added this year, but it's going to be a very exciting track to really focus on the needs of leaders at companies.
It's awesome that you're addressing that group in particular because
Yeah.
leadership is so crucial, especially as things are changing so fast. One more quick question before we wrap up today. What are you most excited about beyond what we've talked about already? What are you most excited about at the summit this year?
So what I'm looking forward to, and I think I'm going to go out and say, I think a lot of people would consider really value is actually the networking. The value of in-person events is unmatched. I've been at a couple other industry or vendor conferences recently, and you get to talk to people, you get to hear what they're going through and what they've learned, and there's so much value in the sessions and then outside the sessions with everybody else that you don't really pick up any other way except for in-person events. So I always enjoy going and I always look forward to the between the sessions, the hallway talks, the exhibition hall discussions, vendors, of course. You get all of that in a real-time blended approach that unfortunately webinars or virtual meetings can't deliver that kind of natural feel and discussion and things like that. So yeah, for me, the excitement is really about getting to talk to people in person, getting to talk to vendors in person, getting to hear what's working for them, sharing, finding people in the same industry or at the same level of their careers, and having those kind of shared conversations that don't happen in the virtual one-way world, if you will.
That's wonderful. And speaking of seeing each other in person, we look forward to seeing you in person at the event. Thank you so much for your time today. And we will see you in Boston in May.
Yeah, look forward to seeing everybody.